What is up, guys? It's formerly Gage Crazy Stuff, but now it's good by Gage, and this is the new podcast. You bucked that. So let's get started. So let's start off with the Bucks. Late, if you guys saw that Sunday night game, Sunday game against the Jets, you saw we're down, but that wasn't even the highlight of the game. The highlight was Brown taking off his helmet, running across the field, and high fiving the fans along as he left. And you guys may have seen some different corners of that art before he left the game. He Mike Evans was trying to convince him not to. Obviously, he was trying to convince him not to do all that. But that wasn't even the beginning of the whole thing. Apparently, Bruce Arians wanted him to play, and he said no. So anyone that thinks it's incentives is incorrect, because Bruce Arians wanted him to play. Bruce Arians, people are saying that Bruce Arians trying to force a injured player, but that's not always the case. As he said, he said to go to the training staff, and they cleared him to play. Then he should be able to play. So it's a very confusing thing, but that's a story I have so far with it. And yeah, so Antonio Brown is no longer a Buck, but they haven't cut him officially because teams could sign him and use him against the Bucks. Any knowledge he has against the Buccaneers, he could easily use against us in the playoffs. So he's technically still on the team, but he's not gonna play it down anymore for the Bucks. And I guess on to the next. And there's been speculation about who's going to be MVP. And one of the names come up is our own Tom Brady. He is 10 yards away from 5,000 yards. And a lot of people are saying Aaron Rodgers. But there's some people saying Tom Brady, which I agree with, because he is 44 years old, almost has 5,000 yards, 10 yards away. He'll hit 5,000 yards this season. And he already has 40 touchdowns and threw a couple of picks. He threw 12 picks, but he's on the way to another MVP candidate. He's top considered for it. Everyone's saying Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers is impressive. His play is pretty damn good, but Tom Brady definitely had more chip on his shoulder than Rodgers, because everyone's looking for Tom Brady to. Yeah, waiting for his age to catch up with him. Obviously, he hasn't yet. But yeah, I think Tom Brady should be considered. This is the second time in his career he's ever hit 5,000 yards, and I don't even think Aaron Rodgers hit 5,000 yards ever in his career. So I think even one person, I can't remember his name, but one of them this is like probably like a couple hours ago. He said he's not going to join. He's not going to vote for Aaron Rodgers for two reasons. One, he thinks he's not a very good person, and he's kind of a jerk. He said, because he's not about the team, or he wasn't really a team player or anything like that. And he thinks someone like that shouldn't be considered MVP. He's not going to tell us who he's voting for, but he said he's not the only ones that are not voting for Aaron Rodgers for that reason. And I believe that's a big factor. You're the most valuable player. And then once it makes you valuable is teamwork, and if you don't have that, then that you shouldn't be most valuable MVP. Most valuable player. That's what make you valuable. Tom Brady has that and continues to have it. He's the leader of the team. And so it's basically what happened to Tom Brady and Antonio Brown. And Bruce Arians has already said that the team will play out the season. So expect to see all the starters in next week. And right now the race continues. The race continues with the second seed, and the Buccaneers can win if the Rams lose to the 49ers and the Bucs beat the Panthers. They'll be locked at number 2 seed, and whoever is the 7th seed, they will face the Bucs. And the Packers already sealed the deal on the number 1 pick, so that is out of the question now. So yeah, we're looking pretty good, and long as we win this week, we are guaranteed the number 3 spot because we're already ahead Dallas. So that is definitely wonderful. And also, I want to contribute to Joe Madden that unfortunately passed away a few days ago. A great icon for the football world, and I haven't read too much about him, but I know he was very famous for broadcasting and being the head coach. Saying he was the first one to bring Raiders their first Super Bowl, so definitely worthy of going to the Hall of Fame and for his reputation. Even in broadcasting, he was in broadcasting from the late 70s to the early 2000s, which is huge. That's about 30 years, maybe more. And yeah, I believe John Madden, he earned everything he got, and hopefully rest in peace. And if you want to learn more about him, I highly suggest watching that documentary about him that I believe the NFL Network has released for him. It was released on Christmas, so check that out. I might have to check out myself because I don't really know much about John Madden except for being a Hall of Fame head coach and being a over 30-year experience as a broadcaster. I know he was pretty damn good. I was a little too young to watch him coach or anything. but yeah, it's pretty good. Oh, and I actually asked, you guys notice he is a reporter for the Buccaneers, Greg Allman. I actually asked him this because I was wondering myself since Antonio Brown is off the team and Chris Godwin he tore his ACL, so he's out. He's out of the season. He's on injury reserve, so I asked Greg Allman, is Larry Fitzgerald a possibility? Because this dude played with Bruce Arians when he was at Cardinals for those last 4 years he was there, and he said Larry Fitzgerald's pretty much retired. He's not interested in playing, which I kind of knew, but maybe with the opening he might change his mind. But regardless, he's 38 years old. He has trained about a year in football shape, and as reports say, he is not interested. So do not expect him to be on the Bucs this year. I wanted him to be on the Bucs. I'm like, Larry, let's go, but it doesn't work that way. So yeah, consider Larry Fitzgerald out for the opening for the Buccaneers receiving corps. Now another interesting piece, and to report, it's possible. I'm not sure the Bucs will pick him up, but it's possible. Golden Tate was released from the practice squad of the Giants, surprisingly. A good receiver you cut from the practice squad. What? But anyways, he is now a free agent, not even on the practice squad, so I think Buccaneers should take a look at him. But if the Bucs don't sign someone this week, then it's not likely that they'll sign someone because they might be confident in Grayson because Grayson is, I believe he's upcoming star and he's been producing. So expect to see him. Expect to see him in the lineup. I think he'll probably be a star between him and Tyler Johnson from Minnesota State. And interesting about Tyler Johnson, real quick piece of news. He actually was he's on the opposite side, but him and Winfield were teammates at Minnesota State or Minnesota University, which one it goes first. But yes, just a little interesting. But yeah, guys. Now I don't go by Gage Crazy Dog anymore. This is the go Buck that you guys can refer to me as. Whatever, Gage Crazy Dog, don't matter. But also, I won't be making videos usually Saturday, Sunday because that's where the games are. So I won't be live or have a video uploaded. But I will be on Twitter actively. I may not make a lot of tweets, but I do make a few. So follow me at YouBuckThat on Twitter. On Twitter, yes. and that's where you can find me. And yeah. And also, guys, I have an email now. It's called youbooked@gmail.com. So if you have any questions or anything, why I came up with the name or anything, just email me. All right, guys. I guess that I'm going to call quits. Enjoy your guys' week. Well, I'll see you guys. If I come any news, I will make another video then. Anyway, guys, like and subscribe, and see you all in the next video.